You guys also might want a strap for this practice, but it's up to you. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. So we're gonna start in Vajrasana. So sit on either, you can sit on a block. You can also just sit kneeling, sit on your heels. If that's not comfortable for you, you can also just sit on your bottom. And then once you get there, find some stillness in your body and your mind. Maybe close your eyes or soften the gaze. Today I want to talk a little bit about equanimity. Patanjali tells us in the Yoga Sutras that equanimity is the willingness to observe experience without getting caught in the reactivity to it. Right? So it's a balanced mind and a balanced heart. It's letting life meet you where you are instead of pushing anything away or grasping for any particular outcome, which is not easy to do, as we may know. So just start to pay attention to your breathing. And we develop this equanimity by developing a closer relationship with ourselves. Start to explore how we react to things. So maybe we can stop the reaction before it occurs, right? So you can start to explore feelings that start to arise or emotions that start to arise. So take a second here to think about where you get caught up with reactivity in your own life. What seems to push your buttons? What drives you crazy? Also, what are you grasping for and what are you pushing away? So today we're going to work on mindfully moving through our practice so we can start to learn what our bodies, what our minds are telling us. If we can see our emotions and feelings for what they are, we will be better able to bring them back into balance and harmony if they stray away from our true essence, which is love. So start to deepen your breath here and let the breath rise all the way to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, follow the breath from the crown of the head down to your support. And again, just follow the breath as it moves in through the nose. And then watch the breath as it goes out through the nose. Find a nice tall spine so you're rooting down through your sit bones and you're reaching the crown of the head upward. Let's take our arms up overhead, reach in your next inhale. And on your exhale, take your hands to heart center. And just do that a few times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One last time, inhale. And bring it back to the heart. Let's take the hands to the shoulders now. You're going to bring the elbows forward. Done this before. You're going to take those elbows down towards the ground, back behind you, up towards the ceiling and back forward. So just starting to feel the mobility in the shoulders. I think I've spent the last couple months really hunched over, looking at my phone and computer. So really trying to open up the chest and shoulders today. And then let's switch the direction of this. Few big circles, other way. You might feel a little crunchiness. It's pretty normal. Good. And then from here, take your hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers. Get those elbows nice and wide and start to lift your head up and lean your head back into your hands. Now keep your support down wherever you're on your block or your heels. Keep your lower belly engaged. So as you lean back a bit, you're not completely collapsing in the lower back. Good. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe take those elbows back a little bit further. Good. For 3, for 2, and 1. Come back up through center. Let's take the left arm up overhead, bend the elbow, reach for the elbow with your right hand, or you have the option of taking that right hand behind you and taking a bind here, trying to pull your fingers apart. Also, if you have a strap, you can use a strap for this. Taking the strap in the left hand, reaching for the strap with the right hand. See if you can lift your chin slightly away from your chest and deepen the breath. So you have easy, smooth breathing. Good, and then let's release. Right arm reaches up overhead, bend that elbow, reach for the arm with your left hand, pull the elbow in towards the midline, or option to take that left hand behind the back and reach for the fingers. Once you get the fingers, again, it's important that you start to pull your fingers apart without actually taking your fingers apart. Chin is away from chest, leaning head back into the arms a bit. And still breathing diaphragmatically. Good, and then let's release that. You're gonna take your hands behind your back, you're on your fingertips. Now I want you to continue to feel the lower belly engaged, but you're gonna lift that heart up. Maybe drop your head back, but keep it long in the back of the neck. There's some pons back there that you don't really want to collapse in the back of the neck ever. Try to find some space there between the shoulders and the ears. And then come back up. All right, you guys, we're gonna come onto all fours. This is where you might want those blocks. If you don't have blocks, find a book or something that you can use. 2 books. So we're gonna do this fun exercise, working the shoulder mobility. So you're gonna take your hands on the blocks or the books, and you're gonna take your block or book in your right hand. Okay. Not everybody has them, I can see. Oh yeah, we got it. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna take the block with your right hand. Maybe I move towards you. And you're going to take an internal rotation, so palm is always gonna face up, and try not to grip the block. It's more about balancing. And your block might fly across the room, that's okay. Okay, so you're gonna take an internal rotation, take the block inward, and then you're gonna take the block all the way outward, external rotation. Okay, so it's internal, external. This is a lot harder than it might look, right? Internal, and maybe even you could do this without a block. It's possible. You would just have to really be mindful of keeping your palm upward the whole time. Okay? So let's do about 5 times. You did probably 2. Do about 5 times on this right arm. Again, you might hear some crunchies. Again, try not to grip the block with your fingers, that's cheating. And then we'll do the other side. So when you're ready, put your right hand to the block, left palm faces up. You're gonna take that internal rotation, external rotation. Okay, internal, ooh, and external. So just about 5 times. Make sure you're not holding your breath for this. This is probably taking a bunch of your mind to really think about what you're doing here. Oop. So just make sure that you're breathing through it. So you're gonna do that 5 times. Yep. Good. And then let's come back into tabletop. You can come off your blocks. Move to the side for a moment. You're gonna take your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, And from here, I want you to just start to lift the heels of the hands up off the floor. So one at a time. Lift right, release, lift left, release. Now, if this is not enough, you can lift both at the same time. We're gonna do 10 of them, okay? So you can choose alternating or one at a time for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. So from here, you're just gonna take a little cow and then exhale to cat, round the spine. And we're gonna do something a little different today. Inhale to cat, or cow, and exhale to cat. So you can move at this same pace, just going through your cat-cows like normal. If you wanna add something different, as you exhale, push into the tops of the feet, round your back, and lift your knees about 3 or 4 inches off the floor. Yes, inhale, drop the belly, drop the knees. Exhale, press into the feet. Feel the core activating. Just do this a few times. Okay, from here, we're gonna maintain the same thing. You can do regular cat-cow or lifting the knees, and then take your hands this time out to the side. So you're like east and west with your hands, right? And then let's do the same thing. Inhale, pull the chest through. Exhale, press into the feet. Move with your breath. About 5 times. Good, release. And you'll take your fingers forward towards you. This might be a little intense for some, and if it's too much for you, just go wherever you're comfortable with your hands, okay? And same thing here. Inhale, arch. Exhale, push. About 5 times. All right, good. Sit back to your heels. Let's shake those wrists out of it. And then we'll take it into puppy pose. So you're gonna bring your arms forward. Your seat is right on top of your knees. And you're gonna bring your arms forward, lay your chest or your chin to the floor. Your head might not rest, and if not, you can always put a block underneath your chin or underneath your forehead. Maybe your elbows on the floor is more comfortable for you, and that's okay too. Good, walk yourself back upright. You're gonna take that right arm up towards the ceiling. Give a few wrist rotations. And then let's thread the needle. Right cheek comes to the mat. You can take that left hand behind your back and reach for the inside of the right thigh if you'd like. Or you can take it up overhead. You can keep it right here. You have several options. Good, let's press down into that left hand, reach the right arm up, open up through the chest, and then right hand comes back to the floor. Switch sides. Left arm reaches up, rotate that wrist a few times, and then thread the needle. Left cheek down. Again, do the same thing that you did on the other side with that right arm. You choose. And then find that smooth and easy breath. And right hand presses into the floor. Reach the left arm up and release that left hand down. Let's come to child's pose. Bring the big toes together, sit to your heels, and relax the forehead down on the mat. Keep it an active child's pose so elbows are lifted off the floor. And think external rotation with those upper arms, right? So those shoulders are almost going out and under. And just breathe here. The belly rests and the inner thighs. And let's take the hands on the blocks, curl the toes under, and start to lift your hips up and take a downward facing dog. So your heels can be high for this. You can have a soft bend in the knees. Really push into those blocks. Try to get your chest towards your thighs. Good, and then let's walk our feet forward towards the hands. Stop your feet before they get to your blocks, so your hands, and lift the chest halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Again, inhale, lift the chest halfway, flat back. If you're on blocks, you can always take your blocks higher too. Exhale, fold forward. Do that 3 more times. Lift the chest, push into the block, shoulders pull back. Exhale, fold. And then last 2. Feel the engagement in the back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. All right, let's keep this forward fold here for a few breaths. You can begin to straighten the legs. If the back of the legs are feeling a little bit looser, or keep them bent. This is your practice. As always, listen to your body over my instruction. Before you act on my instruction, just make sure it's right for you today. Make sure it's serving you best. All right, let's start to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. And then take those shoulders away from the ears at the top. All right, so we're gonna do some Surya Namaskar with the blocks, if you have them. So stand tall at the top. Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up to Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hands come to the blocks. Inhale, flat back, look up. Step your feet back. Lower yourself down into Chaturanga. You can always drop the knees. Inhale, push yourself up. And exhale, downward facing dog. So just find your breath here. And right away at the beginning of this practice, just notice how you're feeling. Notice any tightness in the body, any agitation in the mind. Just notice what you're bringing on the mat today, what you're finding. Meet yourself right where you're at. Good. Let's start to walk our feet forward towards the hands. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. And exhale, hands by your side. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana, lift the chest. Step your feet back, high plank position, shoulders over wrists. See if you can shift the weight forward in front of your wrist. And then bend your elbows halfway. Let's come into up dog this time. So point your toes, lift your chest. Shoulders right over those wrists. Lower belly's pulled in, and then downward facing dog, curl over those toes. You're moving really slowly and mindfully today. Lift between your thighs or up at your navel. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward, walk or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise, arms reach up. Exhale, hands come down by your side. Inhale, bend your knees. Reach your arms up, chair pose. You can keep the feet apart if you'd like. Sit down low, tuck your hips slightly under. And then bring your hands to those blocks. Forward fold. Flat back, look up. Hands on the block, step your feet back, high plank. Let's lower down, low plank. Chaturanga, inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Good, let's lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. So leg is straight, foot is flex. Reach that heel back, and we're gonna take an 8 count to bring your knee up into your chest, and then step the foot forward, okay? So you're gonna start to draw the knee in for 8, excuse me, 7, lift the left heel, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step the foot down, lift the left knee into your chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, curl it in, 2, step the foot down, lift the chest halfway, look up. Good, exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, reach your arms up back to chair pose. And then exhale, stand up, release the hands. Good. Bend the knees, reach your arms up again, chair pose. Sit down low. Neutral pelvis, tailbone's going straight down towards the floor. Engage Mula Bandha, lifting the pelvic floor up, and Uddiyana Bandha, engaging the navel to spine. Now forward fold over those legs. Extend your legs. Inhale, flat back, look up. Good, step your feet back. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice, friends. Shift the weight into the right foot. Lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. And again, we're going to take the 8 count knee into the chest. So you're going to really round the spine at the top. This is going to help you get that range of motion to step your foot forward in Warrior One. So let's go. For 8, lift the right heel. For 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, step the foot down. Now lift the right knee up into the chest for 8, 7, 6, round the back, 5, 4, 3, 2, step the foot down, and 1. Lift the chest halfway. Exhale, fold forward. So the slower you go, the better. Inhale, bend the knees, reach your arms up, chair pose. And then exhale, stand up. Relax the hands. Okay, we're gonna try it again. All right, bend the knees, reach your arms up, chair. And then exhale right away, fold. Inhale, flat back. Good, step your feet back, high plank. Now, shift your weight forward so your heels are pressing forward, lower the elbows halfway, or straight back behind you. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up. Let's start to pull it in for 8, 7, 6, navel to spine, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the foot down, lift the left knee in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the foot down, lift the chest halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. Reach your arms up. Exhale, stand up, hands by your side. Okay, last time, bend the knees, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Flat back, look forward. Step the feet back, high plank. Keep your core engaged. Even lift the kneecaps up the thighs. Bend your elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, press into the blocks. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up high. Start to pull it into your chest for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the foot down. Right knee in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the foot down, lift the chest, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, reach up. Stand up. Take your hands to your heart, close your eyes. And just notice how your body reacted to that slower vinyasa. And just breathe. Feel the breath going deep into the abdomen, allowing the belly to extend into your hand and gently pull in. All right, friends, we can move those blocks out to the side. We don't need them anymore unless you want to keep using them. Okay, inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold over your legs. Excuse me. Inhale, flat back. Hands down, step back. And lift your hips right away, down dog. All right, from here, right leg lifts up. So find a nice straight leg, push down into the hands. And feel the right heel being pulled back. As if somebody has your right heel in their hand, or the right ankle in their hand, and they're like pulling you backwards. Yeah, feel that energetic shift. That's right. Good. Now from here, we're gonna, without the blocks now, I want you to move slowly, drawing the knee into the chest. We're gonna do it again, 8 counts. Okay, so for 8, lift the left heel. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the foot down. Lower the left heel down and inhale, rise. Let's come up to warrior 1. Your hands can be apart or hands together, up to you. And see if you can slightly pull that right hip back and that left hip forward. Now if your left heel is not on the ground, that's okay. No big deal. And if you need to take your feet a little bit wider apart, that's okay too. Right? That will help the balance. If you're not on a tightrope. Good. Now find that calm in the mind by focusing on the breath. Not so much attaching to any negative or agitation in the body, but attach yourself, or just connect, I shouldn't say attach, connect yourself with your breath and see if that can bring a sense of calm. Good. On your next exhale, let's open up to warrior 2. Spin the left heel down. Take your arms out to a T. Bend your right knee and see if you can get that right knee at 90 degrees with the floor. Right thigh, 90 degrees. Reach through the fingers now as if somebody's pulling you at your wrist. So same thing here. One person has the wrist in the front, one person has the wrist in the back, and they are pulling you apart. Yeah, and then find stability through the core, through the lower belly, by energetically lifting all of that upward. Let's take 2 more breaths. Cartwheel the hands to the floor. Let's take the hands on the inside of that right foot and drop your left knee to the ground. All right, actually first we're gonna take both hands on either side of your right foot. If you can come on blocks if you'd like. And then allow your hips to press forward and down. The best stretches for the hip flexor. Try to lift your chest up so shoulders are on top of hips. And then just take a couple breaths in Ardha Hanumanasana. Push your hips back, extend your right leg straight, and flex those right toes backwards towards your face. Good, now rebend the knee and let's take the hands or the blocks on the inside of the right foot. And see if you can drop your forearms either on those blocks or on the floor. If not, just keep your hands down. Let's Still a little bit early in the practice. We're about halfway through. Squeeze the right knee into the shoulder. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears. And think about broadening the collarbone. So the chest is broadening, making it wider. Good. Now if you're on your blocks, you're going to come up onto your right or your left hand. And you're just going to start to take your right hand to your thigh and start to rotate, look over your right shoulder. You have the option of picking that left heel up and reaching for that foot with your right hand. And then just gently press your heel towards your seat. Get a good quad stretch there. Let's release that. And curl the left toes under, step the right foot back, down dog. Settle in, find the breath. All right, left leg lifts up high. Three-legged dog. Same thing here, we're gonna take a full 8 counts to try to bring that knee to the chest. Okay, so lift the right heel. On your exhale, draw your knee in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the foot down, right heel lowers. Inhale to rise. Up to warrior one here on the other side. So again, find the foundation here. Through the feet, but more importantly through the pelvis. Right, so you're energetically lifting up. Left hip slightly pulling back, right hip slightly pulling forward. And then relax the shoulders. Find calmness in this pose by breathing deeper, by truly connecting with the breath. Good, and then let's take an exhale, arms and hips open up to the right side, warrior two. So again, imagine those people taking your hands and pulling them apart. So your arms aren't just like sloppy. Your arms are really active because you're reaching through your fingertips. That's right. Nice strong legs here. Good. Take one more big breath in, and then exhale, cartwheel your hands back to the ground, frame your left foot, and drop your right knee to the ground. So again, you're just gonna allow your hips to press forward and down, and then you're gonna start to walk your hands back or blocks back, so that your shoulders are right on top of your hips. Now for me, it's really easy to kind of collapse into the lower back and kind of like do a little back bend here. But what I wanted to focus, for myself at least, and you might have the same experience, trying to find a little bit more stability and not flexibility in the pose. So tucking your hips under slightly, feel your right butt cheek engage, right? And then feel Mula Bandha, feel that energetic upliftment. And then breathe through that. Good, and then let's press your hips backwards, extend the left leg, foot is flexed. Good, rebend that left knee, take both hands on the inside of that left foot. And then when you're ready, you can come down onto your forearms if you're ready. And squeeze your shoulder blades behind you to broaden the collarbone, broaden the chest. Even squeeze this left knee in towards your shoulder. instead of letting it go sloppy out to the side. So it's almost like everything's hugging inward. Find your breath. And then we'll come up onto the hands, or the right hand rather. The left hand can go to your thighs or to look over the left shoulder, and option to bend your right knee and reach for the foot. Pull your heel towards your seat. And then release. Right toes curl under, step the left foot back, downward facing dog. All right, right leg lifts up again. Same 8 count, lift the left heel. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, step the foot down. This time back heel stays up. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent. Shoulders down, away from ears. Open up to warrior 2, arms move open to the left side, left heel spins down, and then take your right hand down on the inside of the foot, maybe it's on a block. Left arm reaches straight up, and side angle B. You have the option here of taking the left hand behind the back and reaching for the inside of that right thigh as you start to pull the chest, or the left shoulder back rather. Good, left arm reaches up. And then both hands come down on the inside of the right foot. This time you're keeping the back leg up. You can always drop it down if you need it. Let's see if you can lift it up. So squeeze the right knee into the shoulder, and then option here would be coming down onto the forearms, taking the full expression of lizard pose. Lift your left kneecap up your thigh. Feel your chest almost moving through your shoulders, so your shoulders are pulling backwards. Good. And then push into the floor. Step right foot back, down dog. Good. Other side. Left leg lifts up towards the ceiling. And we're going to pull that knee in for 8 counts. Lift the right heel. Exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Step it down. 1. Back heel is lifted. Inhale to rise. Crescent here. Relax the shoulders down. Lunge deeply in that left leg. And then find the breath. Good, let's take it to warrior 2. Arms and hips move open. And then we'll take the left hand down on the inside of the left foot. Right arm reaches up. Side angle B. Option to take the right arm behind your back. Reach for the inside of the left thigh and pull your right shoulder backwards. As if, again, somebody is up, like had their hands on your front of the right shoulder and they're pulling your right shoulder backwards. Good. Both arms reach up. Our right arm reaches up, and both hands come down on the inside of the left foot. Squeeze that left knee in. You might want to take that left foot out to the side of it. Yeah. Now you can stay here or come down into the forearms. Continue to squeeze the left knee in. Think upward dog in the upward spine. Good. Replace your elbows with your hands. Step your left foot back to high plank position. And you're going to lower all the way down to your belly. Nice and slow. Nice. Okay. We're going to take half frog. So you're gonna bend your left knee, prop yourself up with your right forearm, and then reach for your left foot. So when you get your foot, I'm grabbing it from the inside of the foot. My fingers are on the top of my foot, and then I'm going to move my hands so they go towards the left edge of your mat, the fingers, towards the front of your mat, and then wrap around your toes. So the elbow's up, the heel of the hand is pressing into the top of the foot. All right, now I want you to engage through the pelvic floor, and lower belly pulls in. And then start to press the foot down outside the left hip as you start to bring your left shoulder forward a bit. And deepen the breath. Good, let's release that. Extend the left leg. Prop yourself up with your left forearm. Bend your right knee. Reach for the inside of the right foot, and then take, I don't know how to explain this, I'm still trying to figure it out. The fingers towards the right edge of your mat, so the palm is on the top of that right foot, and then you bring your fingers forward, so the heel of the hand is only on the top of the foot, and you wrap your fingers around the toes. Press the top of the foot down, elbows up towards the ceiling, lower belly is pulled in, and then deepen the breath. Maybe you can bring that right shoulder slightly forward. Think about every exhalation pressing the heel, or the foot rather, a little bit further down towards the ground. Good, let's release. Press yourself up, and you're gonna come onto your back. Okay, so we're just gonna come into bridge pose. So bring your feet on the floor and roll your back down. Now press into your feet and lift your hips up. And you're gonna take your elbows underneath your back so you can roll your shoulders under a little bit more, and you can interlace the fingers. Take 5 breaths like this. Lift the chin slightly away from chest to lengthen the back of the neck. And then release your hands and lower it nice and slow. Let's do that one more time. Press into the floor, lift your hips up. Roll the shoulders under. Inner thighs are still kind of slightly squeezing in. Glutes are engaged. And then release the hands and lower it down. Nice and slow. Good. Let's take a moment for some constructive rest. Take your feet to the edges of your mat and drop your knees in towards each other. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to go into one wheel pose. If wheel's not in your practice, do bridge again. So bring the knees back to parallel. Press in. If you're going to do wheel, take your hands by your head. Fingertips face down towards the feet. Come into the crown of your head, wrap your elbows in, exhale all your breath, and inhale, press up. Now if you want to try something a little different today, you can take your head back to the floor, bring your elbows down on the floor, and breathe here. Shoulders up, away from ears. Put your hands back to the floor, tuck your chin, and lower it back down. Nice and slow. Take your feet as wide as your mat, drop your knees back towards each other. Just take a few moments to breathe into your hands. Notice any tension you might be feeling in your mind or body. And just take note of it. You don't have to judge it. Good. Let's grab behind the thighs. Rock yourself up to a seated position. And then we're going to step our feet back to downward facing dog once more. Okay, so from here, right leg is going to lift up and bend the knee, open up the hip. Look slightly under your right arm. And then extend the leg straight. Again, you're going to take that 8 count. 8. This time it's going to be towards the right elbow. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now turn the shin out and drop the shin down for a pigeon. So your right foot can be close to your left hip crease. You're going to slide your left leg back. We're not going to fold today because I'm going to see if we can do a variation of Ekapada Raja Kapotasana with a strap. So this is where you might want that strap. If you don't have it, then don't try this variation. Or you can try it without actually the strap too. Okay, so you're going to bend your left knee. Try to take the strap around the top of that left foot. You're going to bring the strap over your head so your elbows are facing upward, and then you're going to walk your hands back or walk your hands down your strap. So maybe you can grab your foot. So if you don't have a strap and you want to try, you can reach for the foot. You're going to bring the elbow out to the side and up. So it's a reverse grip. And then you reach for the foot with both hands, elbows up towards the ceiling. And breathe there. So wherever you are is perfect. If it's here today, that's okay too. If you want to take full pigeon, that's okay too. You choose. And take a few more deep breaths. If you got those elbows up. Good, and then let's release that foot. Curl the left toes under. Step the foot back. Down dog. Take a moment if you want to sway your hips, or sometimes it feels nice to kind of shake the legs out. And then we'll do the other side. Left leg lifts up. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And then extend the leg straight. And on your exhale, start to draw it into your left shoulder for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Turn the foot out, drop the shin down. Again, left heel is going to be close to your right hip crease for this one. Unless you're a little more advanced, you can always take the shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. I just find it a little bit challenging with this variation. Okay, so from here, you're going to bend your right knee. And again, if you're not using the strap, you're going to take the elbow out to the side, like wing it out and then up, right? And then you just take the other hand up to reach for that foot. Lift up and out of your hips if possible. Or you can take that strap and work on walking your hands. And sometimes it helps if you like flex your right foot a little bit so you have a little bit of a ledge so the strap doesn't just completely move off of your foot. And walk your hands back. Good. Wherever you are is perfect. Just breathe. Good. Let's release. Curl the right toes under. Step back. Down dog. Drop your knees to the floor. We're going to extend the legs out and lie all the way down. So you can use a little core work here to lower it slowly to the floor. Hug your right knee into your chest. Give that knee a little squeeze. Press the lower back into the ground. And then from here, take the shin with your left hand, scoot your hips slightly to the right, and drop your knee over to the left. Now you have the option of staying right here in the single leg twist, or Extend the leg out to the side and reach for the foot with your left hand, right? And then if you have that, bend your left knee, reach for the left foot with your right hand. Does that make sense? Yeah, good. This is called like cat pulling its tail pose or something like that. Try to keep your right shoulder down on the floor. You can even look over your right shoulder a bit. And just breathe smoothly and deeply. Good. Let's come back through center. Release the feet. Extend your right leg long. Pull the left knee into your chest. And give that knee a nice little tug in as you lengthen the lower back. Press the lower back down into the ground. And then slightly scoot your hips to the left. Drop your knee over to the right. Now you have the option of staying right here. Just keeping that left shoulder blade heavy into the floor. Or reach for the left foot with the right hand. Extend that leg out. And then bend your bottom leg, the right leg. Reach for the right foot with your left hand. Keep your left shoulder on the floor. Good. Good. Let's come back through center. Release the feet. Hug both knees into your chest and take your knees a little wider so they're out, or your knees are outside of your ribs. And maybe just rock a little side to side. And then we'll take a happy baby. So soles of the feet are up towards the ceiling. Draw the knees in and down towards the ground. And then let's bring the feet back to the floor. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. You can lay your hands on your body, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly if you'd like. And just allow the eyes to close, the gaze to soften. All the muscles of the face to soften and relax. And notice if you're still holding on here, any tension left in the body, try to release it. Release it with the breath, with your awareness. Maybe extend the legs out long to the corners of your mat. Let your hands go back down by your hips. Palms facing up. Open to receive all the benefits of this practice. Practicing equanimity, you're able to take a step back before reacting. Take a step back, find a calm mind, and then react from a place of love rather than fear. Self-possessed, resolute, act without without any thoughts of results, open to success or failure. This equanimity is yoga. And stay connected to the body here. Breathe in through the soles of the feet. Allow that breath to rise all the way to the crown of the head. Breathe out from the crown of the head and allow that breath to go back down to the soles of the feet. Take 5 more rounds of breath in that way, breathing from the soles of the feet up to the crown, back from the crown to the soles of the feet. After you've done about 5, you can start to bring some more movement into the body. Come onto one side, just rest your head and your arms, feel supported. Make your way back to a comfortable seat in your own time. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. I'm going to close this practice with the sacred sound of Om just one time. You can join in or just listen along. So take a deep breath in through your nose. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts, words, actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and freedom to all. Namaste. Thank you guys so much.